ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Let's Play Warframe. I'm your host with the most, as always, Francois878, and today we are going to be covering the first of the new Syndicate melee weapons released in Silver Grove Update 2. Today's weapon is, of course, the Synoid Heliocor. This weapon is offered from the Cephalon Suda Syndicate. It can be purchased from her for 125,000 standing. You do have to be the final rank in her syndicate to purchase it, and you have to be Mastery rank 8 in order to equip it. Now, all of the new syndicate weapons, instead of having the more traditional syndicate area of effect that charges over time, each of the new syndicate melees have a special effect that is unique to them. For the Synoid Heliocor, you actually get to gain an ally, a specter, when you kill an enemy with a channeled attack. When you when you just say it like that, it sounds really cool. However, you can only have one specter at a time. They only last 30 seconds, and not all enemies are actually able to be turned into specters. No bursas, no nullifiers, no Eximus units, nothing that would actually give you, a chance of an advantage in battle. Your allies are mostly going to act as just meat shields for you. So it's a little unfortunate. It's a cool gimmick, but it's coupled with the fact that the stats for the Synoid Heliocor are below par compared to the vanilla version. It really, I think, hurts this weapon. The pure damage of the Synoid Simulator is 120 physical, mostly in impact, very similar to the vanilla Heliocor. However, it is 20 points lower. The Synoid Heliocor also only has a 10% crit chance, whereas the vanilla has 25. Now, I will say the Synoid Heliocor does have a slightly faster attack speed. It has more status chance, and it does slightly more channeling damage, which makes sense considering the gimmick of the weapon. So it's not entirely a bad weapon. It does have certain advantages to it. It's just definitely not going to work the same way as your vanilla version. I've got a couple of different build suggestions. I've only put one Forma into this weapon because I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with it yet, but I have some general vague ideas. This first build here, 10% crit chance is pretty low for a Blood Rush body count build, especially considering the vanilla version is much higher, but this would be a very good build for the vanilla version, which is why I included it. This second one here features primed reach and collision force, which is going to increase the already very high impact damage, as well as ensure that you're going to be hitting more enemies. Killing blow will increase your channeling damage to ensure that specters get turned in a timely manner. This last build here is a little bit of both. I've got that primed reach and berserker to hopefully increase the crits because I'm hitting more enemies, so I get more attack speed. Life Strike is on there, obviously, just to give a little bit of life regen. Now, as far as the elemental mods go, I was just using the normal 60% damage, 60% status chance, because those are what I was able to fit onto the weapon with only having Formed it once. Ideally, you'd probably want to fit on more of the 90% damage mods. You'd probably want to be doing more damage, but because the Synoid Heliocor does have 25% status chance, putting on some status chance on this weapon is probably also not a half bad idea. It just kind of depends on the way you want to build the weapon. Now, a lot of people are saying that, this weapon is garbage, it's it's a downgrade, and when I first saw the stats, I sort of agreed, but after having used it a little bit and kind of feeling it out, I would say it's a side grade. The faster attack speed is really nice, and though you can't really... A Berserker build's not exactly viable, so you could probably throw Fury on there, or Prime Fury, to increase your attack speed that way in a more consistent manner. And, I mean, having allies on the field, in addition to, you know, your friends or whoever you happen to be playing with, is a kind of a unique feature. There's not really, there's definitely not a weapon that will do that. Obviously, you could just summon your own specters. I don't know. I think it's a fun gimmick. I think if they maybe buffed the crit chance even by 5%, and made that the Berserker at the very least viable, I think this would be a really great weapon. Right now, I think it's okay. I want to like it more. I do. It's just, it's hard to like a weapon that is, you know, obviously a side grade. And, you know, I shouldn't say that. If we could turn Eximus units and, like, actually units that could actually help us in battle, like ancient healers or something that could actually give us some real concrete reinforcement in battle. And that, ladies and gentlemen, are my thoughts on the Synoid Heliocor. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'll have the other 5 Syndicate Melees out very soon. Until next time, I've been your host with most, as always, Francois878, signing off.